All right, so within hours after a reporter told the president that Hunter and Ashley Biden had a combined 31 Secret Service agents that follow them around and protect them as they travel the world, Trump revoked their privilege. It took like 2 hours for that to happen. Writing on Truth Social, effective immediately, Hunter Biden will no longer receive Secret Service protection. Likewise, Ashley Biden, who has 13 agents to herself, will be taken off the list. So there are these photos that were obtained exclusively by Laura Loomer, who does have some great stuff. Hunter was spotted on this luxury vacation in Cape Town, which is a fun town, in South Africa last week, had his security detail there. A total of 18 agents following Hunter Biden around, this kid that has made a fortune off of his dad being in power. How bad does that look? Well, not anymore. Devon Archer is Hunter's former friend and business partner. He was also instrumental in Joe Biden's impeachment inquiry, one of the first to come out to speak out on the very obvious Biden corruption. And Devon joins us here tonight. Devon, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
So we're going to talk about a few things here, but I just want to start with how rapidly the president took away the Secret Service protection, give you an indication of how he feels about the Biden family, right?
It's amazing. Well, thanks for having me. I actually thought we were going to talk about the JFK files.
We can do that too, whatever you want.
I'm not a one-act wonder.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. So the president, he sees just how dirty that family is, and he's not wrong, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you see the waste in government, and you see this privilege that's bestowed upon Hunter for no particular reason. I don't see what he's done for the country that commands any service beyond a vice president who usually has Secret Service leave after 1 or 2 weeks.
Do you believe? I mean, he's saying he's broke now. That's the latest thing. I mean, he's hanging out in South Africa in the winter. That's a pretty nice trip.
Yeah.
But he says he's broke. That's what he's saying to these judges as he faces whatever he's facing. Do you buy that?
Do I buy that he's broke? I do. I have no view into his personal finances or know much about his professional career. I know his painting was his latest adventure. And I would assume that he had a lawyer that was supporting him for some time. I do believe that was cut off, and so I could imagine that he's broke. I don't know what tangible skills that he has to kind of make income at the moment. So
nothing. Yeah,
I believe it.
Well, let's talk about you for a second.
Yeah.
You were one of the first whistleblowers who kicked off Biden's impeachment inquiry. That took a lot of guts, especially at that time. You testified Hunter was selling the Biden brand. He would often put Joe on speakerphone during these business meetings when he was the vice president of the United States. Right now, you're fighting a big legal fight. You thought maybe you were going to go to jail. It was a deal you did with Hunter. It was something about defrauding, I guess, an Indian reservation or an Indian tribe. You believe that Joe Biden, when he was the president of the United States, pressured, or when he was, that
vice
was, when he was vice president,
yeah,
pressured, I guess, prosecutors to take Hunter off and make you the fall guy for this? Is that what you say?
I believe that there was a legal apparatus that surrounded Hunter. It was Biden-Obama's DOJ, and I was a witness, I was a subject, and I was a target very quickly in the evolution. The original whistleblower in the case was from Morgan Stanley, and the whistleblower target was Hunter Biden. And I was not on that list. I was, in the office and was asked to provide all my information, about a case that
you weren't initially on the list.
I was initially on the list as a witness.
As a witness.
Yes. And I was asked to provide all of my information, and this was probably in October of 2015. And it evolved into a complaint being filed and, long guns and vests and the FBI at my door in April of 2016, which was quite an experience.
So you're going on 10 years of fighting this.
This is 10 years.
This is a long time.
This is 10 years, yes. I went through, I went to trial because I absolutely maintained my innocence. I couldn't stand by my kids. I couldn't stand by my family. I spent millions of dollars to put this bank together that ran this deal. The government's on record that I lost significant amount of money in the deal, which was one of 100 that I had no concept of. And so I stood by my innocence. I ended up getting exonerated.
Is it still being run out of the SDNY?
It is. It's still being.
And it's still active.
It's still active. I was found there was a jury decision that was guilty. The judge reversed that decision, vacated their decision, which is a Rule 33, which is an exoneration on the grounds of innocence. So far beyond the burden of proof. And it came from there. And from there, was unexonerated by an appellate
Hell
court.
on earth.
I know,
Just
absolutely.
back and forth like a yo-yo.
Yes, for 10 years.
You know, the president, you know, and we're very flattered by this, but the president watches this show a lot. Obviously, he knows a lot about lawfare in this country.
Yeah.
You feel like you're a victim of this same
Absolutely.
this same politicization of justice.
Right.
This is what's happened to you. You want a pardon from Donald Trump. That's what you're hoping
Absolutely,
for.
I'm hoping
and you
for.
think you're deserving of that. Just tell us why.
Yeah, well, deserving of it because I think I suffered a lot of a lot of innocent people in this country when they're identified, as being close to or in proximity to kind of politicos. It's a real badge for prosecutors, and there's a lot of unfettered power through our prosecutorial system in the United States where they get black ink, they get coverage because of the proximity. I think they bit off more they could chew in kind of whistleblowing and targeting Hunter initially. And they said, okay, who's the next best guy that we can still get, a lot of press from? They'd spend a lot of money investigating. And I think it's a chronic issue, in our country. I think it's something that President Trump, God willing, is going to reform.
Yeah, I mean, they just put, Gary Shapley, Joseph Ziegler got big jobs in the Treasury Department. I mean,
I know them very well. Two incredible guys. They were, very involved, in the Biden grand jury. I had met them. They, came at me pretty hard with their badges and their guns in the interviews, and always respected the work that they did. So I've known them for years, and I'm congratulating them.
Are they behind you at this point?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they are. Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
That's interesting. All right, Devon Archer, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
All right.
Everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.